So I'm going to do this as unprofessionally as possible, because if I overthink this and put too much energy into this, I am absolutely going to screw this up. Not that I won't screw it up anyways, but I'll start at the beginning. I lost my job a couple of weeks ago. And by lost, I don't mean like I set it down someplace and I forgot where I left it and now I can no longer locate it. I was excused from the position that I'd held in my agency for more than 3 years. I wasn't surprised. I think I was surprised at the tactics that were used, because I was doing a good job in my role. I was running my program. I was working on budget pieces. I was very cognizant of all the parts that I was responsible for and taking care of those measures. I was doing it because I understand that showing up to do your job is an important piece. And I figured out very quickly I don't necessarily get along well with people who have low competency and high confidence. And it has left me in a position of, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. It's kind of funny for me, though, because I sit back and I think about where my mother was 20 years ago when she lost her job, at about my age, for very similar things. And I want to be mad and I want to say it's ageism and all of these things are because younger generations don't understand what it is to get older. Younger generations don't understand the wisdom that comes with getting older. And then I have to step back and say, that isn't necessarily the case. I think that it's easier for me to look at this and say, I'm at a different place in my life. I value things differently. And that doesn't mean that the people that were around me are bad people. It means that they're in a different place that I am. And that's okay. I want to make sure that I take care of myself, but I also don't want to continue to walk into chaos and toxicity that's going to cause damage for me. Too old. I need my peace. I am just trying to figure out what my next steps are. And I think about when I first started this role a few years ago. I was a program manager and a property manager, and my job was to oversee the programming for up to 50 single adult women who needed support in areas of housing because they were struggling with a disabling condition, mental health, or substance use, or both. I walked into that role, and the only direction I was given was, make it your own. Those were the only 4 words that were spoken to me for at least 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. My supervisor continued to just say, make it your own. And it was the most condescending place to be in, because the supervisor had held my position prior to my hiring. So I really enjoyed the work because it allowed me the opportunity to take all of these really great things that I had learned in my life and turn them into skills that I could implement to help other people, whether it be through building self-esteem, showing people that they could do things that they didn't know that they could do, or teaching them real-world skills. How do you manage the basics of cleaning your space? Not everybody knows how to do that because not everybody is taught that. And in all of it, I was the tough love that a lot of them really needed. And so one of my colleagues early on told me that the funniest damn thing that I could do was stick a GoPro to my head so that they could record everything that came out of my mouth. I did not take that seriously, although it was funny. It's still funny to consider, because when I get to a point where I'm intense and agitated about something in life, I do have a tendency to let things fly out of my mouth that most people would gasp at. And I'm okay with that. I like that part of myself. It is one of those pieces that is necessary for how I move through the world now. It is my deal breaker. I will be myself in every every single environment, whether people accept it or not. And if they choose not to, that's not about me, that's about where they are. And I'm not going to change that. So my goal in all of this is to introduce you guys to some real basic skill stuff and to take an opportunity to reflect on the things that are happening in the world right now that might make you go, what the hell is wrong with where we are and what happened to our culture and how did stupidity become normal? And I want to reflect on those things and give you some insight through a lens that is a little bit older and a whole lot of Gen Xer and definitely menopausal. I hope you enjoy the series that I'm creating. I appreciate all the reflection that you guys might have, comments and interests that you might want to hear more about. Please let me know as we go along. I don't know how this thing's going to roll out, but I'm going to do my best to give you 100% me, 100% authenticity, and let you know that there are Sonia-isms in the world, and I will be happy to share them with you. And if you don't love them, you don't have to watch. And if you do, keep coming back. I'm going to keep sharing, because me at this age, 53, yep, 53, I am not walking back into more toxicity. We're going to see where this goes and where this takes me and see what happens. I hope you'll join me. Thanks.